Okay, gimbal moves. There's lots of them out there. But what are some of the most cinematic gimbal moves out there that can deliver an engaging, beautiful video to your audience or to your clients? Welcome to this tutorial. My name is Mika, and today I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite moves that I like to perform on a gimbal. If you're new to this channel, it would mean a ton if you hit subscribe. And if you're a filmmaker, I have some free filmmaking assets linked down below, so make sure to check that out. All right, before we dive into the 7 moves, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out the really simple ones, which are basically following from the front, and then following from behind, and then also following from the side. And then how you combine some of these moves is what's going to give you that cinematic shot. All right, the first move we have up is the follow wrap. This move is especially good when you have a big landscape or a location to show off. So basically with this move, as you're following your subject, you're wrapping around them. So the background is changing, which is good to keep your audience engaged in the video. So you're following and then doing a small wrap around them. The trick to this is to just bring the intensity down on the pan axis on your gimbal so you have a softer move. All right, the second move is basically just a crane move. So for this move, you're going from a higher point of view and coming down into an eye level POV. In order to make it happen, you probably need some kind of extension arm so you can have a little bit more height with your gimbal. For my gimbal, I have the tripod extension that is just mounted to the bottom that gives me an extra 6 to 8 inches. But if you're looking for a longer extension arm, you can go on Amazon and just get one for like 20 bucks, and those are great too. All right, the third move is going from low to high. So for this move, you're basically putting your gimbal into suitcase mode, which means you have to take off the tripod extension and mount it to the back so you can go low to the ground. And all you're basically doing is going from a low point of view up to high level, and maybe into an eye level point of view. The trick to this move is to basically minimize your leg movements and try to reduce the shake. So channel your inner ninja. And also, if you're shooting with a camera that doesn't have a tilt screen or anything, then make sure to have some kind of external monitor. So when you're doing those low to the ground shots, you can check for focus and make sure that your shot isn't super shaky. All right, next up we have the TPW. TPW, which stands for tilt, pan, and wrap. That's a mouthful to say, tilt, pan, wrap. And this move is good when you have a big structure to show off, such as a large building, landscape, maybe interiors of a house or a concert. It's a really good opening shot because it introduces the location that you're in. The challenge with this move is that it's really challenging because you're trying to do 3 different things at the same time. So try to just learn how to get comfortable with turning your gimbal and turning your wrist as you tilt and pan towards your subject. And then next up we have the push-in barrel roll. This basically means that you're doing a barrel roll while you're moving towards your subject. The trick to this is trying to keep your subject centered in the frame as you do the barrel roll, because sometimes you start looking at the screen the other way and you can't tell if something's centered or not. So try your best to learn how to center the subject while you're doing a barrel roll. All right, move number 6 is to push through an element. For this, basically find an opening that's big enough to where your camera can fit through. A good example of a shot for this camera movement would be to roll down your car window and then basically push the camera through the window to where it looks like your camera's floating into the car. This type of move is very similar to the feeling you get from shooting with a Lomo lens. For this move, throw your camera into suitcase mode and try to minimize your shake as much as you can. And then the final move is called the shallow focus pull. This move is not super difficult to pull off, but landing it can be difficult. For this move, you want to basically set your camera into manual focus mode and then also shoot with a shallow depth of field somewhere between 1.4 to 2.8. So basically what I do is take 10 steps back and then walk in 10 steps, find my focus point, and then don't touch my focus again. And then I go and do it again and try to land it that next time. It could be tricky at times, but I love using this gimbal movement because it has this reveal factor to it. So I try to use it as much as I can. All right guys, there you have it. Those are my 7 favorite gimbal moves right there. Now the challenge with some of these moves is that, especially when I'm shooting with my pocket, is that I have to pull my own focus. So get comfortable with pulling your own focus, or if you can't, find a camera that has good autofocus capabilities. As always, if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please like and subscribe. And also if you're looking for some free filmmaking assets, I have a link down below, so make sure to check that out. Thank you guys, and I will see you soon.